Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so you guys already know what to do. As you come into the room, make sure that you smash that like button. All right, always make sure that you share the video out. And when you guys see the videos pop up on your home screen, always make sure that you check them out. All right. So what we got today is a article that came from a tweet that I saw that Tariq Nasheed had tweeted. All right. And I thought this was very interesting. All right. Because when it comes down to dealing with Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, foundational Black Americans, in order to mobilize ourselves politically and kind of consolidate and standardize political interests, what people see is that people are being exclusionary, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole point of having a party. It's people that have a common thought process, people that have common ideas, and they put their ideas together and coagulate in order to get those things accomplished. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's no justifiable reason or way that anybody should logically be able to make anyone feel guilty about that. All right. What I find fascinating, though, is in doing this, now the major talking point is that Black people are xenophobic. Foundational Black Americans and American descendants of slavery, Native Black Americans, whatever you want to call yourself, are xenophobic. That argument would hold if the other Black people weren't the ones coming here with anti-Black American vitriol. And they will tell you this on their own. So now, anytime anybody has an issue with immigration or anytime anybody shows any sense of nationalism, what you have now is a bunch of people saying, and they chose xenophobia. Okay, well, I'm going to show you guys somebody else who chose xenophobia. This Somali individual right here. Okay. We're going to read this book of his, or we're going to read this article about his book in his own words. And then what I want somebody to do is I want somebody to refute this. And I want somebody to tell me why nobody talks about the xenophobia that Africans show towards Black Americans. Because this guy right here chose xenophobia. Okay. When you come to America, you want to avoid anyone Black. You would think that this is something that, you know, some white father told his daughter when going to a new school or something like that. No, it's not. This is what goes on in Africa. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all the people that are in the room early. We got Volvo 2 Love up in here. Shout out to Volvo 2 Love. We got my man Bronze the God. You know what I'm saying? And we got Carla Lockhart and we got my man Jay Fields. What up with y'all? Good to see y'all. Make sure y'all drop some radiation emoji for the early people in the building. All right. This is firsthand information coming from a memoir that was written by this guy on the screen. And I'm not going in on the guy on the screen because I appreciate his honesty. I don't believe that he has these sediments anymore. I think that his experience in the United States might have taught him that he came over with some incorrect ideas. But the problem is that you cannot ignore the fact that these people have these kind of feelings about us because, oh, it's Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to get along. We are together as one, brother. Yeah, no. We'll get along as one if we get along. But if you're coming over on some bullshit, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. Period. You want to come over here and you got the same kind of attitudes as a white supremacist, you'll get treated like one. Because, like I've always told everybody, white supremacy is the biggest diversity employer in the world. And that is how it benefits. Because if you can't copy white bodies at a fast enough rate, you can spread white programming faster, like a computer, like a virus. So it doesn't matter if somebody has black skin, if you got a white brain. That doesn't matter. Shout out to my man Lala Papa. What up with it? So when you come to America, you want to avoid anyone black. This coming from a black person. Now, if you ask me, this guy is Somali. While in Somalia, you might want to avoid Al-Shabaab. That might be what you want to do. We don't have Al-Shabaab here in the United States. And if we do have Al-Shabaab members, they're not running wild and going crazy and blowing up places like how they're doing in Somalia. So let's just, as long as we have that established. This author here talks about his new book, America Made Me a Black Man and Being Black in America. Well, first and foremost, you got that wrong. Your mom and your dad made you a black man. America destroyed your brain. And so did whatever it was that you were programmed with before you came here. But again, I really appreciate the honest account in this book. And like I said, I think this guy has changed his sentiments since his experience in the United States, coming to find out that everything that he thought he knew about the United States was wrong. In America, a painful reality exists that there is no manual for surviving the reality of what it means to be black. And honestly, that's not true. There's plenty of manuals available. Neely Fuller wrote a manual. Dr. Claude Anderson wrote a manual. And then you have the testimony of each and every single one of us that a lot of you xenophobic immigrants who come here don't want to listen to, because you've been told certain things and you believe those certain things above us because you have a pea brain and you don't think that we're capable of thinking because of the programming that you've received, and because you'll just believe anything. That's your problem, not ours. Like, there's no manual that tells you how to drive while being black. Actually, there is. Again, there is. All this information is out there. You got YouTube you can listen to. Again, you have Neely Fuller Jr.'s book. You have Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics, Black Labor, White Wealth, Dirty Little Secrets 1 and 2, a bunch of different autobiographies. You got the work of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. There's a lot of stuff available for you to understand the nuances of being black in America. There's a lot. The problem is that you just don't feel like listening. That's your fault. But don't lie on the people here as if people haven't given you a roadmap. You just chose the white supremacist roadmap and you landed at a dead end. That's not our fault. That's not our problem. We don't owe you shit. You already got something. You already have a legacy of literature that tells you how to survive here in the United States. You chose to not ignore it. You also have your neighbors. You also have your black people here that you don't listen to. Not our problem. Period. In Boya J. Farah's new memoir, America Made Me a Black Man, he examines racism in America from a Somalian American perspective. He should ask Muhammad Noor about that. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's an American Somalian that is dealing with American racism right now, rotting in a jail cell. So, you know, there's plenty of people that can help you out with that experience. In his book, he talks about the negative image America painted of black Americans during his early years, to the point where he didn't want to be near black Americans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you guys a question. Is this xenophobia? If this is xenophobia, give me a thumbs up. If this is not xenophobia, then please, by all means, tell me what this is. Right, Jay. You know how it is. We all just lying about our experiences here. You know, we're all lazy and, we don't do anything and we commit all the crimes, and none of us men are involved with our children, all of that good stuff. Everything that Tucker Carlson says, everything that these people say is absolutely 110% correct. Without any doubt. Shame on business enterprise for saying that there's no manual to teach you how to deal with being American, being a Black American. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they literally just sit here and act like people have been doing nothing the entire time that they've been here. All you gotta do is just go on Amazon.com or go anywhere and look up any of these books. I think Dr. Claude Anderson sells his books directly from his website, the Harvest Institute. So, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of information out there. We wasn't told. We've been tricked. Yeah, I guess you've been tricked. You being tricked is the reason why we're here. In a conversation with NPR, Farah shares that he was born in Somalia in the Nugal Valley. After war broke out, Farah, a young boy at the time, moved with his family to a refugee camp in Mombasa, a city in Kenya, before arriving in America. Farah's perception of America as heaven highlighted his desire to experience life in the U.S. Watching movies and television exposed him to the possibility of safety and freedom. Yet, after taking residence in America, he soon learned that everything was not as it seemed. Everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town. New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town. Dummy. Shout out to my man AB Promotions. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys show some love to my man AB Promotions, who hit your boy with a Cash App donation. You guys already know what goes on with the donations. They get 110% reinvested into the platform. So shouts out to my man AB Promotions. Please make sure y'all show some love, because the donations definitely help. Anybody that has been around on the platform since day one can tell you, you know what I'm saying, that your boy reinvests. So, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you guys show some love to the people that contribute. Everybody with a green name, all the Patreon members, you know what I'm saying, definitely helps. My man AB says, I like Mob's version better. You don't like Daz and Corrupt kicking the buildings down, huh? I ain't mad at it. Farah's new life exposed him to racism and intense prejudice. Moreover, the nomad's preconceived notion made him want to avoid Black Americans because they were portrayed as thugs, lazy people, and drug dealers. And he believed it. Instead of going off of experience that he dealt with, he believed it. Black Americans are portrayed as thugs, lazy people, and drug dealers. Let me ask, how many thugs, lazy people, and drug dealers do we have in the chat? If you are a thug life, you know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up. If you're lazy, hey, I like the couch. Give me a laughing emoji. And if you out here trapping, I don't know if you got that glass pipe emoji on your phone. If you got iOS, you might put the glass pipe in the chat. Oh, we got a volunteer. My man Jay Fields said, "Oh, me." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Me, copping a key." These people live in a fantasy land. You know what I'm saying? The Somali American told NPR those were the images that were spread to us. So coming here, I remember taking a bus from Bedford to Alewife and seeing a couple of Black people in the back. And I was like, I don't want to be near them. Even though I had nothing to fear, I had nothing anyway as some poor kid from Africa. So that's what you should have remembered. Because even if those were some Black people that were some thugs, you didn't have shit. So wasn't nobody going to fuck with you anyway, because it would be pointless. Shout out to my girl Suchi. What up with it, Suchi? Good to see you. And we got Maya in the building. What up with it, Maya? Got my man Cole Obsidian. What's good with you? See? Now, I'm not making this up. Why is it that the African xenophobia is never addressed? Now, here's my thing. You guys know, like I said, I'm a very liberal person, and you can get people on YouTube and they can, hey, Robb is a black supremacist, Robb is a foundational black American hate group mongerer. Man, shut the fuck up. I don't hate anybody. I just talk about things that make people uncomfortable. I don't believe that all Africans feel this way. But there is some that fall victim to the programming. If you haven't heard me go in on Pookie's and Ray Ray's on my Crimecast channel, don't sit there and act like I'm not going to go in on anybody else in the same way. Anybody can get it around here. And that's the point. We're not going to sit here and act like this xenophobia from African people does not exist, because it does. And again, you should not have to say this. You should not have to keep repeating this, but it is not all Africans. It is not all non-foundational Black Americans. There are some really on code and intelligent and analytical non-foundational Black Americans and American descendants of slavery. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to my sister, Shitera. I just have one question for you, though. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Did you hear? Brother Lamar Odom is fucking with a transgender. Did you hear? Did you hear about that? Oh, wait till I go back to the village and tell everyone about this. Oh, those Akatas in the United States, they are acting up today. Yeah. Oh, you niggas always come with the foolishness. That's why I stay away. That's why I stay far away. You niggas are on bullshit today. Oh my God, man. I can't, man. I can't. Like, man, come on, man. Like, come on, bruh. Another shock came when the author failed to realize that he was not considered African in the eyes of American society, but instead he was categorized as African American, which meant he was perceived as a Black American, just like the people he was warned to stay away from. Uh-oh. You think he was crying like Tyrese when he found this out? Oh. He said, oh my goodness. Yeah, it sounds like the beginning of Amazing Lucas's videos. Oh my goodness. I went to this store and the white people, they call me Black. Yeah, Negro, because you're Black. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is like, people don't listen, and then they find this shit out the hard way. And then when you find this stuff out the hard way, you want to turn around and be like, oh, see, these niggas over there, the Akata, they are so xenophobic. How's somebody xenophobic if we like, yo, this is what you need to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, be careful of XYZ. Have a nice life here in America. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you niggas, you niggas are just lazy. You don't want to work. We come here, I come here to be a doctor. And you niggas have no understanding of how this society works. Okay, all right, sure, cool, okay. Shatera says, well, to be fair, you shouldn't have to tell them that they're Black. That's a fact. Now, I don't think Amazing Lucas is African. You never know. If he is African, he one of them French Montana Africans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to North Africa. Shout out to Morocco. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I don't think. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I just saw a BET commercial. I know that there's Black Panamanians. There's a group from California actually called Las Racas, and they're Panamanian. They did a song with this rapper named San Quinn, but I didn't know Pop Smoke was Panamanian. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's featured in the commercial. You know what I'm saying? The commercial for the BET Awards. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you guys see it? Let me see something real quick. I think I had. Let me just see something real quick. I had sent it to Nicole's View. Shout out to Nicole's View, who is also a YouTuber. She had posted it on. Let me see. She had posted it on YouTube or on Twitter. It looks like they actually took it. Yeah, you know, they took the tweet down. So yeah, I was gonna show it to you guys, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my brother Mike Millas John B1 and off work niggas. Everybody drop my man Mike Millas John some radiation emoji. Definitely appreciate the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Queen Genius. Black Queen Genius says, I know East Africans that say they didn't know they were Black till they came to the U.S. Now they work as a professor at Howard University. Go figure. And that's how we get that pipeline going. That is not an urban legend. That is actually true. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, Farrah references Miss Parker, a library worker from his high school. Everybody know Miss Parker, don't they? Miss Parker, Miss Parker. He's oh Lord, Miss Parker. Oh, she had jugs that were large like passion fruit. Miss Parker. Farrah shares his firsthand experience of what it meant to be Black in America in every part of his life, including the workplace. The memoir also uncovers how his perception of American Blackness evolved from the lies he was taught throughout the early years to the reality of his adulthood in the Northeast. Now, here's my question, right? Where did he get these lies that he was taught in his early years? Where did those lies come from? No, you bet I didn't. Where did he get those lies from? Shout out to Mike Milas and his freedom from the oppressor and his super hat. Give us free. His parents or his grandparents. Facts, RG Titan. Facts. I guarantee you this. He probably got these experiences and these testimonies of these experiences from people who had never been around Black people from the United States, which I find fascinating because when it comes to those areas, in those areas, there's a lot of infighting between tribes of Black people there. So how would you then leave that and come here having exposure to some Black people who have no tribal issues with you and just assume that there's already some kind of static and some kind of issue? Very easily swayed, very easily manipulated. And in my opinion, the ease of manipulation, it has to be accounted for. Like we can't just sit here and be like, oh, okay, you know, well, you'd been tricked. Okay, why is it so easy to trick you? Because the ease of you being tricked is part of the reason why we're in the global disaster that we're in now. So there needs to be some accountability for your brain. You can't just sit here and continue to be tricked. What happened to scientific process and expectation of evidence or some type of evidentiary standard? Apparently, they're not using one. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not smashed that like button, please make sure that you guys smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you guys hit that bell icon and subscribe to the channel. So now here it says, after decades in America facing the brutal truths about the destructive forces that threaten Black lives, Farah returned home to Somalia. So, I mean, after all of this, he went back to Somalia. And that's the end of the article. And now, mind you, despite the fact that the entire United States is racist, he was in a part of the United States. It wasn't like he was in the South. He was up in New York. So, I mean, my thing is, you have to ask yourself this question: where is it that you're getting these ideas from? Why is it that you're believing everything that you hear? Why is that? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And see, there you go, right here. My man AB Promotion says Somalis actually don't see themselves as Black. Now, here's my question: do they not see themselves as Black in the same sense as I don't see myself as an African, or do they not see themselves as Black to distance themselves from Black Americans? Because see, the problem is that the United States has everybody's brain so warped, people don't even know what it is that they're saying. You see what I'm saying? I don't see myself as Black. Okay, all right. Do you not see yourself as Black? Are you talking about the literal sense? Okay, well, nobody has black skin. Or do you not see yourself as an African? Because in most cases, Africans are equivalent to Black. There's just different Black people. So now, so do they see themselves as African or no? That's my question. Not African, like Negro. Ah, okay. Somalis don't even consider themselves African, which isn't, I mean, that's insane. You're in Africa. And my thing is that why is it that all of these leeches online, if you're simply assessing this stuff and you're asking these questions, look, that Foundation of Black Americans that hate group. How is it a hate group if I'm trying to figure out what's going on? And I don't have any sentiment towards Somalians. I find this comical and low level, but I'm trying to figure out where this came from so that this can stop. But here's my question: how are you supposed to be Pan-African with this? That's my question. We all together in this as one. Okay, how are we supposed to all be in these together as one if you don't even see yourself as similar to me? Facts. Muhammad Noor found out the hard way that the world is correct, and so did he. So did this fella right here. Oh, nigga. Oh, I went to New York City and I found out that the world the world is correct. Yeah, the world is correct. So now here's my question: how do you combat this kind of programming? Because the problem is that, yeah, this Somalian brother here happened to fall victim to the program. And again, shout out to this dude, because it is not an easy task to say, you know what, I came here and I was wrong. That is not easy. So I got a lot of, I know I'm joking around and I'm doing the voices and I'm roasting, but I want to make it very clear. I have a lot of respect for this dude's honesty, because it is not easy to come with a preconceived notion about something and you're totally wrong and then go public about how wrong you are. That is huge. So I wish that I could have a conversation with this dude and ask him, what do you think? Because you actually were a victim of this kind of anti-black programming coming out of Africa. How then would be the best way to neutralize it? And I gotta agree, AB. You have to destroy everything and start new. Like Nas said, destroy and rebuild. Mike says that Kenyan woman who was robbed and killed by her zaddy last month had to pay the consequences from that delusion of inclusion, which is sad, man. That's sad. My thing is, think about this, right? We're the only group of people where people come to the country and automatically have these kind of sentiments because of the worldwide marketing campaign, also known as the Mayo Stream media, that constantly spreads rumors about us, so much to the point where they have people who are similar to us, people who have a fate of dealing with the same nonsense that we have to deal with here, unless they decide to wise up and dominate the world, thinking that we're inherently their enemy. You think the other people around, Latinos, Asians, and white people, are inherently your friends? Is that what you think? I wouldn't be so, annoyed by that kind of thought process if they had that kind of sentiment towards all Americans. I wouldn't care then. I'd be like, okay, makes sense. But to specifically zone in on black people who are just like you, don't you think that the Mexican people who come from over the border come to deal with their relatives that are Mexican Americans that are here, and they're laughing at you like, man, this is one of the reasons why black people ain't never gonna have anything or get anywhere? Because I mean, we come here and deal with our families that are here, and these people, they don't even like the people that are here that are like them. Like, you guys heard that Mexican rapper when he was like, I'm not gonna deal with any other type of record label other than a Mexican one. If that was an African person, he'd have said, find me someone other than a nigga. No one else does that. Do you know how stupid that looks? When Asian people come here, they get around other Asian people and work with other Asian people. Now, nobody's saying that you can't work with other groups. Nobody's saying that you can't talk with, socialize, or whatever with other groups. But I'm just saying, to come here and be anti your own group is just stupid, because no one does that. That's one of the elements that has been installed to try to maintain that bottom status globally for black people. No Mexican people come here and say, I'm not dealing with any other Latinos. They come here and be like, where the Latinos at? Black people are the only ones that see it as a status increase to get away from other black people. In a business sense, in any kind of sense. And they'll tell you that if you behave like other groups, as far as looking with to work with or deal with people who are in the same group as you, they will tell you that that is xenophobia and racism while practicing it on their own. They're only telling you that to break up whatever kind of coagulation that you might have in order to gain your resources. That is the only reason why they're telling you that. I'm telling you, people need to stop and retrain their reflexes. Stop for a minute. Whatever your natural reflex is, just remember that that natural reflex was programmed by some kind of white supremacist programming. And then do the opposite. Oh, I'm about to move to this neighborhood where all these white people are because that's a better neighborhood. Up, stop. What I'm actually about to do is renovate my house and keep my yard nice so I can pass this house down to my kids so they don't have to come out of pocket and get a big mortgage. and they can save that money and build more wealth. Well, stop. Stop spending, start maintaining. Stop reacting, start thinking. Stop listening, start researching. Don't be like this idiot. No, I shouldn't have called him an idiot. When I'm calling him an idiot, I'm talking about his past self. You know what I'm saying? I just said, I just was sitting up there like, oh yeah, I got a lot of respect for this dude. Don't be like this idiot. When he came over to the United States, I think he's learned. So like I said, I don't want to go in on him too hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going in on him prior to his understanding. I got a lot of respect for him for giving this testimony, because it's not something easy to do. It's never easy to say that you're wrong. It's never easy to say that you failed. So that deserves accolades. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not just about to sit here and drag this dude like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? I had to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? I just got on the tirade there, and you know how that shit be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta agree with AB Promotions. If you believe what you see on television, you're an idiot. That's true. Again, like I always tell everybody, I don't expect people to take everything that I say at my word. I'm a human being. I make errors. I read things wrong. I can misinterpret things. Even double check things that I say. Never give anyone a benefit of the doubt. So, So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I got another stream coming up at 12:55. We're going to be talking about some interesting things going on in Texas. That is a members only stream on Blacklight Revelations 1. And I got to do the members only streams on Blacklight Revelations 1 because y'all already know what's going on over there. So that stream will be members only, and it'll be hidden afterwards. But I'll probably unhide those later on at some point. You know what I'm saying? But for now, got to use that members only feature. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a good stream. So make sure that you guys go over there and check that out. And then y'all know 3 o'clock, just talking with TD, Robb, and Torian. All right. So I'll see y'all there. Appreciate everybody that's in here. If y'all haven't smashed that like button, make sure y'all handle that real quick. And I will catch you all on the next one. All right. Peace.